What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream. And I thought that was the appropriate way to start the stream again. I don't know. I feel like that's my new trademark now. I like putting up the picture of, clown settings, man, because this is how these men are moving. Big up to everyone in the chat. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you're having a great weekend. No Arsenal stressing us out too much, although the transfer window's going mad again. And Linked FC, interested in FC, the banter is continuing. Yesterday, everyone's reporting 50 million bids been accepted and we're about to sign Ben White, and we're bantering him saying he's only 5'9", he ain't going to win no headers. But we're trying to look at the positives. And then the story comes out yesterday. We didn't bid 50 million. We bid 42 million plus add-ons, and Brighton have said, do one. Do one. They're not interested. They want 50 million plus add-ons to let Ben White go. And I just don't understand what is happening. As you can see, History Channel settings on the background again. I'll give Wenger your respect. You brought us a gold Premier League. We went from gold Premier Leagues to Brighton telling us 45 million is not enough to buy Ben White. No disrespect to Ben White. You're an England international. I'm not about to disrespect you as a player, but let's keep it 100 right now, people. Arsenal Football Club, when they turn up on Brighton's doorstep with 40, 45 million and say, give me Ben White should be an Arsenal player. How is 45 million not enough to get Ben White? I don't know. These men taking us for a joke right now. Big up to everyone in the chat anyway. We will get into the story. Big up on a beautiful Saturday. Yeah, lovely sunny day right now in the UK. Yo, Curtis, big up, bro. I'm a Spurs fan, but your content is amazing, man. Keeping me stress-free during these tough times. Keep doing the work, man. Also, the intro. Big up, man. Listen, it's more than Arsenal. It's a football channel. Obviously, predominantly Arsenal, but I appreciate everyone supporting the channel. Curtis, it's false news. You never know with Arsenal. Curtis, it's a true story. There you go. Which one is it, This would be a great topic. Move on, Arsenal. Go and get priority positions. And you know what, bruv? I kind of feel like that, like what you just said. But this is Arsenal, so, I'm sure they won't do that. They're not going to make a negative judgment on Ben White until I see him come to Arsenal. But are Brighton doing us a favour by rejecting it? And I don't mean in the sense that we'll probably go and pay even more for him. I mean, should Arsenal sit there and say, do you know what? Let's walk away from this. Let's not force this deal, because I'm seeing reports this morning that Varane is apparently able to leave Real Madrid this summer for £50 million. Now, I'm not saying for 1 second that Varane would go to Arsenal. Naturally, he's leaving Real Madrid. He's going to go to a Champions League club. But what I'm saying, if you can get Rafa Varane for 50 million, why are we spending 50 million on Ben White? Why is he that expensive? Why? I don't know. And 42 million plus 5 million in add-ons, they're rejecting it. So when we look at the story, Charlie Wyatt of The Sun, The Sun is not a great newspaper, but Charlie Wyatt is okay for Arsenal news. Man said this little idiot ain't even close to joining. Apologies, man. I called the man a little idiot when I found out he was 5'9". But Charlie Wyatt has said Arsenal told to cough up more than 50 million by Brighton if they want Ben White, with clubs in talks. Apparently, Arsenal's second offer, they offered an initial 40 million. Their second offer was 42 million plus 5 million in add-ons. Brighton are asking for 50 million pounds plus 5 million in add-ons, a total value of 55 million pounds. Now, I'm sorry, but no. This guy might be a good player. He might have potential. He might be good on the ball like John Stones and that they're saying. 55 million pounds for Ben White. Now, I know this is a mad market right now, but yo, come on, man. Come on. That's daylight robbery. You're actually robbing us in broad daylight. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't understand. 55 million for Ben White? Nah. Sometimes in life, you have to say no. Even if you really want something, sometimes you have to say, nah, you ain't doing that to me. You ain't charging us £55 million for a guy who's had one season in the Premier League. No disrespect, no disrespect. I think Ben White's a good player. I honestly do. I think he's a good player. I think he's got a lot of potential. I think he's good on the ball. But 55 million, do me a favor, man. Do you know what I mean? Man said Brighton trying to sell us Chinese Jordans. Yo, you know them Jordans, man, that look good but just fall apart after a week. Yo, come on. 50 million? Watch Arsenal pay the 55. They probably will. Because the problem Arsenal have got now, we've put ourselves in a position where we publicly went to get Buendia and didn't get him, which was embarrassing. We embarrassed ourselves in the Buendia situation. Now everybody knows we're trying to get Ben White. We've made offers for him. Arsenal might be sitting there going, boy, man, if we don't get Ben White, we've gone for Ben White and Buendia. Brighton have just said, get out of here and tried to, extort us for money. And Aston Villa have stumped us on a Norwich player. It's a bit of an embarrassing situation for Arsenal. So I don't know where Arsenal go from here on this deal. They've offered 42 plus 5, so 47 overall, even though initial report said 45. They want 50 plus 5 in add-ons. To me, you walk away from that. There has to be better options around Europe than that. I understand he's English, he's 23, Premier League tax, whatever. But at a certain point, you've got to say, nah, man, you're not worth that much money. Cap said Arsenal will never get good resale value if they buy him for that price. Exactly. Even if he does well, what does he go up to? I can't see Arsenal getting 75, 80 million for him in the future. Obviously, you don't buy every player with the thought of selling them, but this is what Leicester did to United for Slabhead. Again, and as someone said in the comments yesterday as well, it is the Van Dijk one as well, but I do think it was the Fridge, Slabhead, Harry Maguire. I think that one inflated everything more because when Liverpool paid 75 million for Van Dijk, there were question marks about whether he was worth it. But when everyone saw the talent and the level he played at, nobody mentions that 75 million anymore. He's probably worth more. Obviously, he's had the injury. Kamar Corey Kelly, thank you for the super chat, said, idiotic deal. You can get Tap Sober for 35 mil and use some of the difference to get Basuma. Arteta and Edu don't know how to do business. Listen, like you said, there has to be options around Europe that are better than this guy. Big up, Big C. Happy belated birthday, bro. Yeah, big up, man. When I can't log in live, I still mash up the likes. Come on, bro. I appreciate that. People smash a like on the video. I think we got 1,000 likes on yesterday's video, so really appreciate that. Cheaper to rebuild Tony Adams. I'm telling you, bro. Put some pace in his legs. But no, listen, I want to know your guys' thoughts. Obviously, we were quite split yesterday about whether this guy's worth the money. Should we even pay 50 million for him? 45 plus 5, 50 plus 5. For me, I'd walk away. I agree with you there, Brett. Take it or leave it, Brighton. Take it or leave it. I'd rather we were paying 40 million or 45 million for Basuma, a player that we desperately need that has excelled for the last couple of years. As I said, I spoke to a guy who follows Brighton. He knows quite a lot about his football. I wouldn't say he's an expert. But he says Lewis Dunk is the better defender of the two. He said, to be fair, Ben White's more mobile and better on the ball. But he said defensively, Dunk is the better of the two. So we'll have to see. 55 million on Ben White. Why aren't we going for Basuma? No one knows, bruv. It's crazy. It's absolutely mad. How much Varane costs? As I said, people saying that Varane will be able to leave Real Madrid for £50 million. French international, World Cup winner, Champions League winner. And we're looking at 55 for a guy who's had 1 year in the team at Brighton. Before that, he was in the Championship. Before that, I think he was in League One with Peterborough. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. I do think he's a good player. I do, but 55 mil, come on. Man said walking away like Craig David. Yo, I'm walking away from signing Ben White. No, them man are bumping us, fam, badly as well. Yeah, people. I know. Yesterday I did say I was planning on doing a watch along for the Wales game tonight, but I will be on Robbie's channel tonight. I think Saeed's on there as well, so come and check that out. We'll be on there, so I'll be on Robbie's channel. 5 o'clock kickoff, Wales against Denmark. I'll be back with the streams again tomorrow on here. So keep it locked, people. Yo, I'm telling you, Craig David settings, man, walk away. 7 days, man. All the Craig David songs are relevant right now, you know. Offered 45 mil on Tuesday. They rejected us on Wednesday. Yo, we're a mess right now. I don't know what's going on, man. How can we not go to Brighton, fam? Man, only go Brighton for a day out at the seaside, man. And these little seaside clubs telling big Arsenal, yo, come back with 50 mil or move. You know what I mean? They're dealing with us like with some little foolish club. You got Aston Villa trying to buy Smith Rowe. You got Aston Villa buying Buendia. You got Emi Martinez trolling us, putting up pictures with Buendia saying, yeah, man, welcome to Villa. And now you got this little foolish club, Brighton, you know, used to play at that. I remember their old ground with the running track round it. They didn't even have a stand behind one of the goals. It was mad. Used to get drenched. You know what I mean? Now these men are saying, yo, 50 mil will just move away from us, you know? Horrible, bro. Yeah, getting rejected. Yeah, I'm telling you, getting rejected on Sunday. I said Kurt David, man. Yo, a few people have bantered me about that. Call me Craig David. You know how it goes. Curtis, can you check his stats? I want to see how good this little you is. Do you know what it is with defenders? Obviously, it doesn't tell you too much, man. Just really his appearances and stuff like that. I will bring them up for you guys, though. Anyway, just so you know, you man got me singing Craig David, brother. It's all mad. Stream's gone crazy already. But yeah, Ben White. He's let's have a look at his stats just briefly. There ain't a lot to see. Obviously, he's played one season in the Premier League. 36 games, no goals, no assists, 4 yellows, 1 red. Ben White, 23 years of age. Key stat here, mate. 1.82 meters, 5'9". Now, I'm not saying you have to be tall to be a good defender, but boy, you know it's a stat that we all look for, and not just FIFA either. I'm talking in real life. There's a lot of crosses in the Prem. And he was at Leeds the year before, 46 games. He was outstanding for Leeds. And then he was at Peterborough before that, 15 games. He hasn't played that much football, which is why I'm like baffled at how these men can ask for 50 mil, bruv. What? 50 mil? Brighton should have been snapping our hand off at 42 mil. Like, what? 42 mil for a guy that was at Leeds the year before. Man said you got vocals, put an album together. I'm telling you, man, Craig David tribute act. 5'9" settings, man. Yo, that worries me, man. I'm telling you. A man said he's 6'2". Nah, bro. Let's have a look. How tall is... All right, let's have a look. 1.82 meters in feet. I'm bringing it up live, people. There you go. No 5'2" business, people. No 6'2". 5'9". There's Google, mate. 5'9". That is small, bruv. You come up, you get a corner, and you're defending a Tyrone Mings 6'3", or you know what I mean. Them big man there, they'll just push you down. They'll just put their arms on your shoulder. Stay down there, little man. You ain't going nowhere. 5'9", bro. Now listen, like I said, someone put in the comments yesterday, yeah, Carlos Puyol was 5'10" and Cannavaro was 5'11". But let's be honest, them man were unbelievable defenders, just so they could get away with it. Man said he will grow. No, I'm done. No, man's talking about the man like he's 16 and had his growth spurt yet. Yo, Reddit, you know, you're bad, you know. The man's 23, bro. He ain't got no growth spurt left. He's done. 5'9", maximum height. Sterling will make him look 4 foot. We got man like Rob Holding losing headers to Sterling, and I'm sure Rob Holding's over 6 foot. Some people saying he's 5'11", but hey, City attackers will have him spinning around like Kylie Minogue. He's probably the same height. No, I'm done, man. We need to leave it. Well, I said he's 6 foot in studs. See the banter. Bobby Moore was 5'9", but Bobby Moore's Bobby Moore, bro. You know what I'm saying? Them man are supreme defenders, you know. Bruv, this is Google. This is a man saying he's 5'11" on Google. I'm giving you Google, people. It ain't Ash Jeeves from back in the day, you know, straight Google, bro. 1.8, 5'9", bro. You know what I'm saying? He's not even tall. But listen, 50 mil, 55 mil, mate, as far as I'm concerned, that midget can stay there, mate. I don't I can't believe man saying it will grow. Man calling him Kevin Hart, bro. It's mad. Ramos is 5'9". Again, Ramos is Ramos, bro. Bread is bread. You know, he's a supreme defender. He's Ben White supreme. For 5'9", I feel like you got to be exceptional as a centre-back. But anyway, Gio, hope you're well, bro. Thanks for the super chat. He said, Curtis, if Ben White is worth 50 mil, then Tomori already 90 million. Glad we got him for a bargain. Big up yourself, Curtis. Keep the content rolling. Respect for the super chat, bro. And as you said, I mean, Milan just bought Tomori for 28 million from Chelsea. England international, you know, had a great season at AC Milan. Helped them get back in the Champions League. And he's the same age, you know, 23. And he's taller, you know. And listen, don't get me wrong. I know I'm bantering, but Tomori is 6 foot. And I know Chelsea fans that were saying, yeah, but the one thing that lets Tomori down is the fact that, you know, he's not that tall. He gets beat in the ear sometimes. And he's 6 foot. This brother's 5'9". You know what I mean? He like Santi Cazorla height. Nah, he's a bit taller than that. But man said he's 6 foot in sandals. Would you take Ramos? He's available on a free. Listen, I would take Ramos, but Ramos wouldn't take us. What can we offer Sergio Ramos? Let's be real. Champions League? No. Europa League? No. Conference League? No. Crazy amounts of money where he could probably get that somewhere else. There ain't nothing we can offer Sergio Ramos. So, yeah, I would take Ramos, but Ramos ain't taking Arsenal. He's 6'1" in high heels. Nah, you man are bantering the man's got to put cotton wool in his boots, fam, to make himself 5'11". It's all mad. Man are getting trolled by Brighton. Little idiot Brighton, fam, telling us to come back with 50 mil plus 5 in add-ons. And man are telling me he's not even Brighton's best centre-back. Nick said Carabao and FA Cup. Yeah, we got to be like, listen, Ramos, mate, I know you've won, 3-4 Champions Leagues, a World Cup, a Euros, but you have never won the Carabao Cup. That is what's missing from your trophy cabinet. Come to Arsenal, yeah. And come and play for Mikel Arteta, your fellow Spaniard, you know. Bro, man's going to be looking like Mario in defence. Big up, Kurt. Listen, I'm bantering him when it comes to the height situation. You know what it's like, man. When you think he's signing for you, you make him sound like, yo, this guy, man, he's amazing on the ball. He's quick. He's only 23. You big him up. You say, yo, he's better than John Stones. He's going to be the best ball-playing centre-back in England. And then when the deal goes a bit shaky, you go, nah, I didn't want him anyway. Lewis Dunk's better than him. He's only 5'9". He's a midget. He's had 1 year in the Prem and he's not even that good. Brighton nearly got relegated. I don't want nothing to do with it. You know how it goes, people, man. You know how it goes. Big up Nelson. He said, if White is our marquee signing and it affects spending elsewhere, bad signing. If we splurge elsewhere and fill our gaps, it'll be a great signing. I hear you on that one. If he's the main signing of the summer, then he's not a good signing, really. But like you said, if we get him and then add to him, get a Basuma, or listen, I'm not even going to keep mentioning Basuma because I don't even think we're interested in him. Man said he wouldn't even take our calls. Yeah, even Eddie, mate. Even Eddie couldn't get through to Ramos, mate, with his phone. Ramos in a heartbeat. Yeah, Ramos would beat Arteta up. He'd play Ramos right wing back. You know what I mean? We ain't getting no Ramos. Man said we can offer him relegation. Hair tips. Man's telling him what. Yo, I'm telling you, every time I come on, you know, I come on and it's like low battery. Every minute I have to lean down and put the charger in. But yeah, Ben White, mate, we're being bantered by Brighton now, people. So let's see what happens with this one. Listen, I expect Arsenal to go back in for him. That's what's crazy. Will they get to 50 million? I don't know, but I do think that because it's been so public and we got embarrassed on Buendia, I think Arsenal will go back in for him and try and get close to 50 million. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure there'll be movement over the next couple of days and I'll be back on stream saying something else. like you said, Curtis, if it makes sense, it isn't the Arsenal way. If it makes sense, Arsenal won't do it, Are we signing Lokonga? I mean, he's being linked with Napoli and Atlanta now. We offered 14, they want 17, but we haven't done it yet. I mean, at the moment, I know a lot of people are being very patient. It's only the 26th of June, this, that, the other, but I wanted to see something done by this point in time, like at least get one player through the door. You see Jack Grealish, 100 million offer to Manchester City. Now, I didn't expect Arsenal to go and buy Jack Grealish. I never expected that to happen. But I believe Arsenal, if these owners are going to stay, which I think they are going to stay, and they want to try and get fans back on side a little bit, they need a marquee signing. They need to lift the spirits of the fans. Go and get a signing that goes, wow, I didn't think we could get a player like that. Go and spend 70 million on a top player. If you want Maddison, go and get him. That will be a quality addition. But I've got no faith in these owners, in this director of football and this manager to get this right. If you can't get Buendia from Norwich, a team that's just come from the Championship, if you can't get Ben White from Brighton, a team that finished, fifth from bottom, a guy that's had 1 year in the Prem. Ben White should be so desperate for this move. It should have been transfer request. I'm not coming back to the club. Arsenal want you, bro. A year ago, you was at Leeds. But he's probably sitting there going, do you know what? I'll go to Arsenal, but I don't mind staying at Brighton. Because in a year, I might end up at Liverpool or United or someone. It's crazy, but I'm sure there'll be a lot more to talk about in terms of this deal anyway. But a strange situation as always with Arsenal, man, when it comes to these deals. But someone we have managed to sign, somebody we know very well, Mr. Kieran Tierney, the Tesco bag himself. Tierney has bagged himself a new 5-year contract at Arsenal with a significant pay rise. And he's staying at the football club. He did an announcement video yesterday with Frimpong, not Emmanuel Frimpong, obviously Frimpong, who you see a lot on the Arsenal social media side now. And he announced his contract. Great little interview and Q&A. He did a little Q&A afterwards as well. And great news. A lot of people saying future captain and stuff like that. I know people really want to see him get the armband. I don't think it will happen while Aubameyang is still an important part of the team, because whilst I think Tierney eventually will become the Arsenal captain, it would hammer Aubameyang's confidence if you took the armband off him. And you still have to remember, Aubameyang's on over 300 grand a week. He won't want to do that. But great news that Tierney has signed a new deal. Jay said, we're being mugged off by Brighton, basically by not waiting for other clubs to put in offers for Ben White. We are bidding against ourselves. Who bids against himself? Exactly. We should just say, all right, cool, 42 mil. It's there if you want it. If not, we're gone. We ain't coming back with no 50 million for no Ben White. You know what I mean? Kmar, thank you very much for the super chat, bro. Said, we're screwed, man. Imagine Van Dijk or Diaz in the box against this guy. The fact people didn't even notice him when we played them is a concern. And I have to admit, I didn't really notice him. Lewis Dunk was always the guy that was being spoken about. Man said, Rob Holding, future captain. Nah. We don't need that. We definitely don't need that. We don't need Bob Boldin as skipper, man. Tierney eventually. Great news on KT, says Omar, big up Omar. Big up Curtis late to the stream. What's up? Big up Jonathan. Obviously, we're discussing Ben White and obviously Kieran Tierney. Sell Holding. I would sell Holding. Wow, a contract extension is the only positive thing. How we have fallen from grace. Bro, this is all I got to give you right now. Like, I wish I had new signings and we were celebrating, but it ain't happening right now. Already acts like a captain, and that, I think that's a great point that you make there. I sometimes, as crazy as it sounds, you don't need the armband to be a leader. Sometimes you can just, lead by example and do your thing in that sense, What did they have to say on Kieran Tierney's new contract? Arteta said, this is great news for us today. As manager of the club, speaking on behalf of the coaching staff and the entire staff, it's a pleasure to work with Kieran Tierney. His quality, energy, commitment and professionalism not only on match days, but every day in training are always at such a high level. And he said, Tierney gives us so much strength defensively and offensively. It's great they'll be with us long term. His work ethic and quality has ensured he's one of the most exciting players in the Prem. He said, I know all the fans will join me and the players and staff look forward to seeing him for many years to come. And, there we go. Tierney announced his new deal, new 5-year contract with Arsenal. But, I know a lot of people have said they want him to be the skipper, but I just don't see them doing that to Aubameyang. That would really damage his confidence. You're right, Zach. Probably the most sense that Arteta has ever spoken in an interview, but I'm sure he'll ruin that in the first press conference of the season. Christo said, greetings from South Africa, bro. I love the channel. Keep it up. Always good content. Thank you very much. Bro, apparently Arteta sees Holding as part of the leadership group. Very concerning. Am I surprised? No. New 4-year contract. Made him captain at times last year. That really doesn't surprise me at all. Big up Babs. Big up my boy Babs, man. Go and check out his channel. Great channel. I'm sure by now you know. Ben White passes the Love Island drip. Yeah, that's what he's on, man. He looks like a Joey Essex, But listen, are we going to get the deal done or not is the interesting thing. I just think with Arsenal, when you're a big club like Arsenal are, although we don't act like it at times, a lot of your transfer business gets made public because agents, newspaper reporters, they will throw it into the media because it's a big story. If no disrespect, if West Brom, if Sheffield United are buying someone, that doesn't need to get thrown on the back pages. It's not big news. When it's Arsenal, United, Liverpool, City, Chelsea, it's big news. So your stuff gets put in the limelight. So if you're going for players and they're rejecting you and things like that, it's a little bit embarrassing. So Arsenal need to be careful that these stories don't keep getting leaked and we keep failing to get the player. So, we need to get it done. But one thing I will say, just one small negative when it comes to the Kieran Tierney situation. He needs to be on the pitch a lot more than he has been. He's been at Arsenal for 2 seasons now, Tierney. In his first season, he only managed to make 15 appearances in the league and 27 last season. Now, obviously, you play 38 games in the Premier League. So in the first season, he missed 23 Premier League games. And last season, 11 Premier League games, which isn't as bad. But obviously, we only had one left back, which was the problem. So for me, the one thing with Kieran Tierney, we need him fit for, I would say, 30 league games plus this season. Obviously, no Europe as well, which I suppose one of the only positives of not being in Europe is the fact that he won't have to play as much football. You ain't got to travel to Timbuktu on a Thursday night, for a Europa League game. Big up Yasai said, keep up the good work, Kurt. It's always entertaining from a Belgian fan. Will you do a show about the Euros? Yeah, I think with us now getting to the knockout stages, I might start doing some shows based on the Euros and stuff like that. So look out for that. Big up Wilson. He said, great content as usual. Thank you very much, bro. So, yeah, the one thing with Kieran Tierney, because we've seen in the past before, you can be a super talented footballer. But if you're injury prone, it will ruin your career. We've seen it with Santi Cazorla, with Abu Diaby, with Thomas Rosicky, Jack Wilshere. Great players, injured a lot, and you can't do much with them. So I hope now that Kieran Tierney this year is certainly past his injury problems. Rion said, Curtis, I'm in Subway, and some girl said, you watch Curtis too? You're making it still. Nah, Rion, you're gassing, bro. Get that chicken teriyaki ordered, bro, Jonathan said, Tyreek Mitchell for me. Yeah, I wouldn't mind him as a second choice left back. Still, I think he's a good option. I'm not sure what his contract situation is with Crystal Palace at the moment. We'll have to see with that. Big up South London's finest. Smash the likes. Let's get up to 1K if possible. Road to 30K settings. You know the drill. Big up Dominic Gibbs. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Much appreciated. Man said Subway. Yo, man. Benitez to Everton. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I personally think he will be under big pressure from day one to make that work, man. The first bad run he has, he actually said some quite derogatory things about Everton when he was at Liverpool as well. So I think that'll be a difficult one for him to work out. Man said we will end up with Mark Wright from Crawley Town. That is proper Towie settings, man. A bit more news. Oh, Sabitzer, as you said, Wilson, man, it's a no-brainer. But as I said over and over again, if it makes sense, Arsenal won't do it. Yeah, will you be there for? Yeah, I'm on Robbie's channel tonight for the watch along, 5:00. Wales against Denmark. So I won't be streaming that game on my channel today, but I will be back tomorrow. Obviously, we got Belgium, Portugal, big games tomorrow. So look out for me on there tomorrow. I'll be back. I'll do a 2 p.m. stream tomorrow, Arsenal, and then tomorrow evening we'll get into the watch alongs. Big up Ahis said, big up Curtis watching you from Poland. Where is Cedric Suarez, bro? He's on holiday in the Maldives, apparently. He basically hasn't played for Arsenal, has he, for half the season? So, yeah, why again, that's another signing that was just a strange one. 4-year deal for a 28-year-old getting released from Southampton, you know? But yeah, obviously we heard the news yesterday. News broke about William Saliba being named in the France squad for the Olympic Games. Now, earlier in the week, Mo Salah was selected for Egypt for the Olympic Games. I think you're allowed 3 players who are allowed to be over the age of 23 to go to the Olympics. Egypt naturally called up Mo Salah, their best player. And Liverpool said, you can't go. You know, it's not a major football tournament and we need you for the start of the season. Now, it is a difficult one because Saliba, I'm sure, is a young player who hasn't played that much football, really, would want to go and play in this tournament. So I do get it. Camavinga's playing as well. But at the same time, it just feels like a perfect excuse for Mikel Arteta to not use Saliba at the start of the season and kind of ease him out of the way. You know, he's not back till the 7th of August. That's the last game. He will probably then need a bit of a break as well before the start of the season. Arsenal's season starts 6 days after August the 7th. So I could see Saliba maybe not playing for Arsenal till mid or the end of August. And that's if Arsenal even keep hold of him. So whilst it's always a positive to see players selected for their country, I just feel like this could work against Saliba and actually help Mikel Arteta to kind of push him out. Jay Warren said, see you there, bro. Who else is going to be on? I believe Saeed and Toby are on, and Alex from the Cop TV, and obviously Robbie. No, El Messi, no, apparently they haven't called him up as of yet. Obviously, they may add El Neni to their roster. Curtis, you heard the Locatelli rumours. He's rejected us. Listen, I think he's on his way to Juve, isn't he? So I don't think we'd have had a chance. What's good, my bro? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, everything good, man. Trust the PRO says Awar and Sabitzer going cheap now. Both I'd love to sign Sabitzer. Awar still a baller. Declan, what do you make of Renato Sanchez? Go and get him. Go and get him. That guy has improved drastically over the last 2 years in France. Obviously had a real down spell at Bayern, and then when he went on loan to Swansea, but he's turned it around. Yeah, there's the French squad. Obviously only a small squad. As you can see, Malang saw a player that Arsenal were interested in, who obviously Chelsea bought and loaned out. Saliba, Camavinga, you know, go and have a word with him. Arsenal have been linked with him. Icone, Tovan, Gignac. So they've got a few older players in there. But I expect Saliba to go far in that tournament. So he will be away for the start of the season. We definitely need Sabitzer. People are still telling me he's 5'11". Listen, I'm just going off what Google said. 5'11", 5'9". We'll see. Varel Owen said, big up Curtis. I see everyone losing their head that Saliba is gone and won't get a chance. I think we need to relax a bit and wait. I hear you. You know, he hasn't gone, so there's no point as, you know, really going over the top about it. But it's not good when there are constant rumors about him leaving and offers from other teams. They must know that there's a possibility of getting him if, you know, constantly teams are trying to buy him. It seems a bit strange. Arteta is a mug. Agent Saliba, yeah. Do you know what? Saliba might be telling him not to come to us. Like you just said there, Sport Genius. Saliba will tell Camavinga, stay away from Arteta, you know. Oh, what, Derek, what a tweet that is, man. Oh, tweet, sorry. What a comment, sorry. Man said in reference to Ben White, man said he's 5'9" with add-ons. Yeah. You know what I mean? Maybe over the years he gets a little bit taller. It's all mad. It's all mad. Remember, Mavropanos was also being assessed for pre-season. All the newspaper reports were saying Saliba Mavropanos will have pre-season. 2 weeks later, Mavropanos signs for Stuttgart. You know, so you can't believe everything what is mentioned. You know. Yeah, that's a great comment, man. Man said 5'9" with add-ons. Last bit of transfer news that we've got today is Mr. Granit Xhaka. Get him out of here, people. Get him out of here. The story in the Corriere dello Sport in Italy says Granit Xhaka's move to Roma is now a done deal. Deal worth 18 million euros, 15.5 million pounds plus add-ons. The announcement will be made official once Granit returns from the Euros. Apparently, £2 million in add-ons on top of the 15.5. So you're looking at £17.5 million. It's basically half of what we paid for him. And to me, take the money and run. You know, I know some people will say he's worth 20, 25 in this market, Swiss captain, blah, blah, blah. But for me, just take the money and move. He's on nearly 100,000 a week. Get the 17.5 and get him out of there. He hasn't been a success at Arsenal. Yeah, he's had decent games. He scored the odd decent goal. But, you know, as I always say, we signed him over Kante. So it hasn't worked. I never thought I'd see the day. Thank goodness, goodbye. Done deal for 2 weeks. Yeah, again, until you want to see him holding the Roma shirt up. Jose will turn Xhaka into Vieira. Nah, man, he's not a magician. Ben White will get to 6'1" in installments. How much did we buy him for? Yeah, we paid 35 for him. Layla said, please can you answer my comment? Would you take Konza and Nkunku? I mean, we were linked with Nkunku a few times under Emery. He has done well in Germany. Konza's done decent, to be fair. If we got him cheap, I'd be interested. But yeah, man, looking like Granit Xhaka is finally on his way out of Arsenal. And for me, I actually thought he was going to get a new contract under this manager. So I'm actually quite relieved that he's on his way out, to be honest, because I didn't think we'd ever get rid of him. Sorry. So it looks like Granit Xhaka is on his way out. Big up Fran in the chat. Yes, people, hope we're all good and hit the likes. It was only a shorter one today, so I am on my way out. As I said, hit a like on the video. We got nearly 1,000. I think we actually got 1,000 likes on the video yesterday. Subscribe if you haven't already. Road to 30k. As I said, no watch along tonight, unfortunately. I'll be on Robbie's channel for Wales against Denmark. Tomorrow, 2 p.m, back with the Arsenal content. And then the watch alongs tomorrow night. Portugal, Belgium. Huge game. One of the biggest games of the tournament so far. Ronaldo against De Bruyne and Lukaku, man. Let's see what happens. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, people. Let's see if Arsenal can buy any taller defenders. No disrespect, Ben White. If we end up signing you, man, it looks like I've slandered you bad. But enjoy the rest of your Saturday, people. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Bless.